Well, welcome back, my friends. Today we're doing the JX5 Vengeful 1 by Bark River, designed by Chris Tanner. Chris over at Prepared Minds 101. Before we get too far into the knife, we got to do this. 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. Vets, two things. I love you. You have a place here. We'll put links in the description below. If you're suffering, don't fight this fight alone. There are folks that can help you. I do not have answers. Don't pretend to be. I'm not a veteran, never been in the military. But vets and vets causes are definitely on my mind. And hashtag 22 a day is absolutely absurd in this country. Vets, we love you. We back to blue over here. We support Leo. How do you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn law. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. Well, it's been a long time in the making, and I've got to thank my guy, Timbo437. There will be a link to Timbo's page. He was good enough to send me not only this one, but the Tops Storm Vector. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, at first, I was excited about the Storm Vector. Really, that's all I was excited about. And when I got in last night and I seen the JX5 and I held it, my attention changed. Two things stick out to me, and I think that you'll see them throughout this video. One is the sharpness. It's a convex grind, and let me make a quick alteration to the Jeff White Camp King yesterday. That's a convex grind. That was my fault. I said, Scandy, that's not correct. It's convex. This is a convex grind, and guys, you can see it's a 9-inch blade. It's a big knife, not a huge knife, but it's a big knife. It's got a 6-inch handle. The ergonomics of the handle are excellent. I love the handle a lot. It lets you slide. You can see it fits well in the hand. Different grips. Now, the handle material is polished micarta. I thought at first it might be G10. Timbo said, no, it's polished micarta, and it is very, very comfortable. Now, we're going to do the Donnie Be All Day drop test and throw it at the stump test, where we test kind of the tip and that kind of thing. Listen, this thing is shy of a 1/4 inch thick. The tip is fine. It's a 60 Rockwell hardness. I wanted to stab it like this because I hear a lot of people complaining that there's no guard on this knife. One, you're not going to do a whole lot of stabbing with this knife, but two, I had no problems, and I had pretty good downward force going there. No slip, no nothing. Now, do I recommend running up and jamming it into a tree? No. But I just think a guard on this is unnecessary. It threw well. It's very well balanced. The tip is excellent. It's kind of a bolo tip. It's made of CPM 3V, so you're going to have great edge retention. The convex grind, man, is it's just brutally sharp. It really is. Now, the other thing that stuck out to me as we do this testing and as we go was how controllable this knife was. You see, I put my thumb on the back there. There's no jimping there, but really, there don't need to be. This knife's sharp enough that it just glides through whatever it needs to. And not a whole lot of force. And with that bolo tip kind of weight forward, it's made for chopping. Just really, really nice. Now, I made sure to check with Timbo. I said, buddy, do you mind if I chop or baton? He said, no, dude, test it out. And let me just say this again. If you're not subscribed to Timbo, you need to be. The dude is awesome. He has great content, and he's a good dude. There's a lot of knife reviewers around right now that have Timbo's knives, or a few for sure. That's the kind of dude he is. If he's got something you want to review, he's all about it. Like I said, he sent this one, and he sent the Storm Vector. Now, if you're new to my channel, let me explain a couple things up front. We're not here to break a knife. We're not here to bash a knife maker. We're not here to talk about price point, blah, blah, blah. Because here's what people do. Well, Scab, for that price, we'll go do it. If I can test a knife, I'm going to test it. I'm not worried about the price point on it. I'm really not. Now, the goal of my channel is to show you the capabilities of the knife to the best of my ability. If there's limitations, a lot of times it's not the knife, it's me. Now, I can tell you this, and I say all that because people get wrapped up into things that just don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I could care less. I really could. I want to show you what this knife can do, and I am appreciative again to Timbo 437 for letting me use it. Now, right here, this is a chopper, so let's see what it's got. And I can tell y'all this with certainty. A lot of times y'all hear me say, oh, I'm just learning. This is a learning venture. And it is. This whole channel, we've done this for 13 months. We're growing pretty rapidly, but we're learning. One thing that I can test and test with a surety and speak to with a surety is choppers. If I could do it, if I could do my whole channel with nothing but choppers and there was enough, that's what I would do. You can't do that, I understand that, but choppers is kind of my forte. I can say this again, comfort in hand. Very, very comfortable. Pretty good downward force on the knife. The bolo tip, again, is designed for chopping, but you can do all kind of stuff. We did some batoning. You've seen a little bit of slicing in there. We're going to make some thin curly cues here in a minute. You could actually use this, take this for a camp knife and be fine. Is it ideal for small, fine, intricate work? No, but it can be done. A lot of times I carry several knives. I'm never going to be a guy that just carries one knife. It's just not me, man. I know that a lot of people get into the weight and all of that, but you ain't got to worry about old Scabber walking a whole long distance. Now right here, and I say that's why I carry a bunch of knives. I'll drive to the campsite, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't camping. I'll drive to the Holiday Inn, let me put it like that, and run out in the woods and chop some shit up. Right here, you see we're doing the fine, small, curly cues. If we needed to start a quick fire, this thing gets it done, dude. Hats off, man. Excellent design. I love the convex grind. I love the control of the knife. Now, again, right here, and you can see we've all kinds. Now, I had to be careful right here because it would, if I let it or if I didn't pay attention, it would take humongous bites. Benefit of a convex grind. Now, super sharp, super comfortable, super controllable. You can't have a chopper, even though we chopped a 2x4. That might be as fast as I've chopped a 2x4 doing this. I mean, this thing's built for chopping. But if we're going to have a chopper, we got to be out in the woods. Let me go ahead and give my disclaimer to all my tree-hugging friends whom I love so dearly. So dearly. Everything you see in this picture's got to come out. They're putting a subdivision or some shit in, and I'm not happy about it. If I cut something down green, it's a hackberry. Yeah, I get corrected all the damn time. It's a hackberry, hackbush, I don't know. It's a worthless ass tree, I can tell you that. It's not good for building, for burning, or anything else. I try not to cut pines or oaks down, just the old hackberry, but all of this crap's coming out. So save it, okay? We don't just go around cutting down pine trees or hacking on oaks, but some of this crap that's got to come out anyway. We're testing a knife. This is what we're going to do with it. Now, right here, this is where I was talking about the control of the knife. I like doing this particular test where I hold a branch or a limb or something like that and swing the knife. Good control. I'm not trying to kill it. I'm not trying to swing it. I swing the knife hard, guys. People say, let the tool do the work. I am. I just swing harder than you do. It is what it is. I'm not, and I don't say that arrogantly or anything else. Like I said earlier, it's kind of a learning, but right here, you can see I'm letting the tip do the work, and it's doing it masterfully. This is a great design. I can't say that enough. And I'll be honest with you, I was somewhat of a skeptic. Anytime you get a knife or a series of knives with as much hype around them as these knives have, there's going to be that natural skepticism there, or there is with me. All of that went away. Very comfortable, very controllable. And if you had to put me in any category, I wouldn't be upset if somebody said, well, the guy's a novice. This is a great knife for a novice. What do I mean by that? You don't have to be a damn expert to use this knife comfortably. There are certain knives, and I want to be careful what I say here. You can hurt yourself with any knife. Okay, you can hurt yourself with a damn butter knife. I proved that as I made a self-defense video with a butter knife. That ain't the point. But what I'm saying is there are certain knives that do take a little more level of knowledge to use and use properly. This knife right here, to me, would be a great beginner's knife because it does most of the work. If you just relax and let it do the work, it does well. I was really, really, really impressed the way it held up. But now that's what 3V's for. You're going to get a little better edge retention. Look at that. Banging it. And we sharpened up a bunch of sticks and made some punji sticks there for the neighborhood kids and spears so they can have their fights and stuff. And here I just want to show y'all some light brush clearing. You can get out there. Now, here in Florida, with all the moccasins and spiders and wasps and all that, you got to be careful out here, not to mention you get swamp ass pretty damn quick. The one thing that I will say about this handle, at no time, and I'm starting to pour sweat here pretty good, at no time did the knife slip. Perfectly I love the ergonomics. As I've gotten older, the handle means more, or as much, if not more, than the blade does. Very, very comfortable in hand, never cramped up. I've got bigger hands, goofy looking hands, just perfectly comfortable. The sheath is a leather sheath, gorgeous sheath. Now, they do something on their sheaths that's a little different. They put a little magnet down in there to help hold the knife in. Not that it needs it, because it's just a magnificent leather. If you like leather, and I do, it's old school and it's classic. You've seen it at the front of the video. I had a blast doing this video. Now. I'm going to try to get this knife back to Timbo as quickly as I can, but I may have to do another video with it. It was that much fun, man, and that comfortable. I got a day off coming up Thursday. We may do a little testing, a little versus, a little JX5 versus the Preacher, versus the Storm Vector, versus El Chete. I don't know. We may have a chop-a-thon on Thursday. Just get out there and have some fun. Again, the control of the knife, just kind of using it and chopping a tip on there. I could have taken a few extra minutes and sliced one on there, but dang, this knife is comfortable. I'm really, really impressed with it. Very comfortable in hand. That was smart, Scab. Attaboy. I'm about the size of 20 of those, and I put the one damn stick out there that I cut down in front of the camera. Brilliant maneuver, brilliant cinematography there on Scabber's part. Now, let's see here. Right here, a couple of good, this is one of them hackberry trees. Now, while I'm here, we got about a minute and a half left. Listen, if you like what you see here, hit subscribe for me. June 23rd of 2022 will be year 2. I know that's a long way away. My goal is to be at 5,000 subscribers by the time I get there. Donnie B All Day is sitting at like 6,600 and something. His goal in this year's time is to get to 10,000. Joe just hit 600, and I've got a giveaway coming up for him. The Shredder is coming up on 600. Cap just passed 500. I believe Eric Hussein's over 700, and Carl Ruger is creeping up on 700. Guys, if you have a goal in mind, let me know. I'll help you with the shout-outs. My guy Brothers in the Knives, Salty Redcorn, I love Salty, good dude, check him out. One thing we try to do in these videos is shout people out and help brothers in the blade out, sisters in the blade out. Well, guys, listen, Timbo 437 is the guy you want to check out. Please do that for me. Let him know Scab sent you. Mikey says it best. He said, Scab, never give up, never surrender, and everything will be okay. I'm Scab, badass knife. You're not, and I'm gone, son.